across to the far side to Micheál Kane. They're in front of Dermot Geraghty. Still Micheál Kane trying to twist away from the tackle. Kicks it high. It's a real skyscraper. In front Morris Horan. Takes it out of the clouds. Good take. Man in the centre is Sean Grimes. Flannery has it. Adrian Flannery trying to get his kick in. He has his pocket picked by Ronan Welch. That was brilliant defending. And now Kenny Mortimer loses it. It runs free and leaves Garvey. Well, he picks it off the ground inexplicably. Shrule and Corrib looked to have that situation well under control. They had survived the attack from Adrian Flannery. They looked set to clear their lines. They've scooped it off the carpet, and really a free that could have been avoided, Billy.
Yes, indeed, off the ground free. He shouldn't be, should be getting down, picking that ball. That's great work done, because Adrian Flannery was really hitting in for goal there. Looked like there was a goal chance on for a few seconds, but the Shrule defence, they just went back in numbers, crowded it out, but the simple thing of picking the ball off the ground and getting it away let them down.
So 12 minutes gone in the first half, and a chance for Morris Horan to kick Ballinrobe level. He's on the 14-yard line. He's out on the left wing. It's an ideal angle for a right-footed kicker. These ones in training, I'm sure, are simple. This is the county final. Horan, as the ground falls silent, approaches, kicks. It's gone up. It's gone over the bar. The sides are level after 12 and a half minutes. 2 points for Conor Mortimer. Morris Horan. It's all square, I can tell you. In the ladies football challenge game, Mayo have beaten the All-Stars. It's ended Mayo 5 goals and 9 points. The All-Stars 3 goals and 12 points. So the Mayo ladies continuing their recent good form. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, it's the Corriboyle Mayo Intermediate Football Championship final in front of a huge crowd here in Garrymore in the beautiful sunshine. 2 points apiece. It couldn't be set up much better, as Derek Welch's kick is won by the team captain Kieran Welch. Over there on the far side, Liam Garvey, and now John Morley. He jumps over the outstretched legs of Adrian Flannery, then runs into the tackle of Dave McMonigal. He beat one, not the other, Frida Shrule and Corrib. And John Morley picks himself up and leaves the football to Darren Murphy, the centre half forward, a block layer by trade. He's the centre forward this afternoon. He's waiting. He's waited too long. And as any of us who have seen Mel Kenny in action down the years will know, Mel is not a man to stand around and wait. Darren Murphy took too much out of that free. He waited that little fraction of a second too long. Half ball in the middle of the field, and Dave McMonigal and Trevor Mortimer, they'll rise together. Trevor leaning in, does well though, wins that ball. So strong, holding off Sean Grimes, wins the free. He's looking for Conor. Huge ball in over the top. Conor got a flick to it, but Paul Tiernan, alive to the danger, comes racing out from his line. The hand pass was poor though. The hand pass came from, I think it was one of the corner backs. It's very loose. Shrule of the ball back. John Morley. Now Trevor Mortimer. Trevor Mortimer trying to get through, but he's shut out by Dave McMonigal, running into a blind alley almost. Now gets his pass down the line, and Darren Murphy is there. Donald Costello with him, stride for stride. Still Darren Murphy. Man peeling away is Kieran Welch. Murphy's in a bit of a knot over there, turning and twisting in the middle of the field. John Morley has his hand up. Still Darren Murphy. He's skipped by Donald Costello eventually. Still Murphy. He'll kick under pressure. It's gone across the face of the goal. It's gone out to the left and wide. Darren Murphy seemed to have a monopoly on possession over there on the far side. He was jinking, weaving, trying to dodge his way through. Eventually got his kick in, but it was all very laboured. It's gone out to the left and wide. Still 2 points apiece. And that Shrule and Corrib attack, Billy, which has been so free-flowing in recent months, they just haven't fired just yet.
No, they haven't fired just yet, and they're playing a lot of short passing game, which I don't think is paying off for them so far. It may pay off later on in the game, but they're looking for somebody all the time. The short passes are going all the time. There isn't very much direct play from Shrule and Corrib, where on the other hand, Ballinrobe are playing more direct football.
I think as well, Billy, it's fair to say that anytime Trevor Mortimer gets that ball in space, he only has one man on his mind, and that's Conor.
Yeah, that option is there. That's the one option that Shrule have all the time. He's trying to find Conor. Now, if that dries up and that doesn't happen, then they'll run into trouble. They need to be able to spray the ball around a little bit faster. They're giving an awful lot on the passes. They're giving an awful lot of passes when they're in possession. Maybe they should be moving the ball a little bit faster with the boot.
It's a meeting this afternoon, very much of youth and experience. The youthful Shrule and Corrib team appearing in their first ever county intermediate final as Shrule and Corrib. Shrule did contest 2 county intermediate finals back in the late 80s, lost both of them in 88 and 89. Ballinrobe 2-time champions. Now Shrule and Corrib have the football. Owen Ronaldson soloing with the left foot. Trevor Mortimer, he has taken his eye off the ball though, and Sean Grimes stands his ground, wins it downward. Micheál Kane, their neighbours, Karen Kane put him right to the centre. He has the legs of Dermot Geraghty. In towards Rory Kane. Rory Kane falls over. Liam Garvey did very well. Garvey, a pacey, stylish wing back, there to cover, wins the free and takes it quickly down the line towards Jesse Mann. Into the centre of Kenny Mortimer. The pass is far too loose. Tony Walken, he played minor with Mortimer. Now Rory Kane, Adrian Flannery. Flannery and Ballinrobe in front for the very first time. Thanks to the trusty left foot of Adrian Flannery, the centre forward. Over elaboration in that Shrule defence. One loose pass too many. Tony Walken in like a flash. Fed it to Adrian Flannery, and Flannery finished. Clips the crossbar and goes up and over. 3 points to Ballinrobe, 2 to Shrule Corrup. We played 16 and a half minutes.
It has cost them 2 out of the last 3 out of the 3 points for Ballinrobe. That messing around the defence, the game is too short in there. They're not just getting the ball away, and they're paying the price.
So 3-2, Ballinrobe in front. We've just passed the end of the first quarter mark. It's tight. It's a war of attrition. Any mistake being seized upon. And Sean Grimes, speaking of mistakes, has just screwed that line ball out over the line, maybe 30 yards up the field. He's shaking his head. He's disappointed, trying to find Morris Horan. Just didn't like it. Have the free. Ronan Welch is standing and waiting to take it. He's been awarded a few extra yards, I think. The linesman on this near side, Vinnie Neary from Bonnie Conlon, waving him up the field. Now Ronan Welch short into the centre. Trevor Mortimer, David Welch again. He was looking for the short pass. It's so laboured, it's so predictable, and Trevor Mortimer's in big trouble here. He's bottled up by 3 Ballinrobe men. Back to Welch, hit hard by Peter Stanton. He's bottled up. He's been awarded a free. Ballinrobe there in numbers yet again, and at this stage, Billy, it's so predictable. They're not using that long ball. They're looking for the short pass each and every time.
Yeah, I think the Shrule team, they'll just have to realise that this isn't paying off in their half-back line, that they'll have to get rid of it long. They're not inclined to get rid of it long. Maybe it's part of their game plan which they can't get out of, but they need to get out of it fast, because Ballinrobe are putting them under all kinds of pressure across the 50-yard line there, and they're winning most of that ball back.
Ballinrobe certainly working very hard. I can see beads of sweat breaking through a lot of foreheads out there. They're working hard, and we're still a long way from home. Line ball to Shrule Corrup. Trevor Mortimer given away though. Sean Grimes again there to win it. Into the centre to Adrian Flannery, and Fergal Costello, the flying wing back, literally comes at speed, takes it, gives it to McMonigal. Now Grimes once more. This is a wonderful move. Down goes Sean Grimes. Fouled by Trevor Mortimer, says Mel Kenny. And Sean Grimes is really taking this game by the scruff of the neck. Back in his own half, breaking on somebody's shoulder, and that time it was his run which drew the foul, and Morris Horan has come out to have a look at the goalposts. Horan, now 27 years of age, former county minor and under 21, and the man who has kicked the scores that has got Ballinrobe to this stage of the championship. Unquestionably their scorer-in-chief, 3 goals and 35 points. That's his tally from 7 games and a little bit, as he sizes up to this free. He's 25 yards out. Dead straight in front of the goal. Derek Welch is back on the line, all on his own, and Horan's free, drops up and over. It's double scores in Gary Moore. Ballinrobe 4 points, Shrule Corrup 2 points, and Tommy O'Malley and Martin Welch will be happy enough over there, Billy.
Yeah, certainly will. And you know, if you watch the play there now, between the 2 50-yard lines, Shrule are giving the ball away. They're giving the ball back to Ballinrobe all the time, and Ballinrobe are making use of it. Sean Grimes has really come into the game. He's doing the sensible things well. He's moving that ball fast, winning possession, moving it fast into his forward line. Ballinrobe playing sensible football with no complications.
It's a day for hard work and rolling up the sleeves as Liam Garvey goes short to win that kick-out. Now Kenny Mortimer, the 2-time All-Star, the Shrule Corrup centre half back, short again to Kieran Welch, roaring to his inside line to make a run. Welch's delivery is won by Paul Finnerty. He was out in front of Matthew Murphy. He's won the free. Mel Kenny has blown up the play, and Ballinrobe have another chance to clear their line. Finnerty will take it short to Sean Grimes. They've played club under 21 and county under 21 together as Grimes delivers it in towards Morris Horan, flicks it up into the air, might fall for Micheál Kane. Peter Staunton comes racing across to win the break, hit by Ronan Welch. Now Staunton to Adrian Flannery. Flannery short up the line looking for Morris Horan. The angle of the pass was poor, and Dermot Geraghty there to win it back. Dermot Geraghty quickly to Kieran Welch, the team captain, long diagonal looking for Conor Mortimer. Cullen Killeen was there first. Killeen to Paul Finnerty. Finnerty's pass to Costello is perfect, and Fergal Costello to Sean Grimes. Ballinrobe beginning to motor. Sean Grimes to Micheál Kane. This is much better. 14 yards out. 1-on-1. Kane drops the shoulder. He's through. He's gone down. It's a free in. Micheál Kane is like free slicing when he gets on the run. He skipped by Dermot Geraghty. He was fouled by Pat Hyland. And slowly but surely, Ballinrobe are ridding themselves of the nerves. They're beginning to move. The defence looks tight. They're moving the ball quickly. And they're making hay in the sunshine, Billy.
Yeah, they're playing very sensible football, Mike. Everything is move fast with the boot, and you've seen Sean Grimes there looking up. The space was in the right-hand corner. Kane had left his man. The ball was there before Kane arrived, and that's what's winning it for Ballinrobe. They're playing the ball into space, they're playing the ball into people that's free, and Kane and Morris Horton are shown inside, and they're getting the ball first time.
We've played 21 and a half minutes in the first half, and Morris Horn has this chance to kick his 4th point of the afternoon. Horan from 14 yards out, shifts it up and over the bar. He's practiced those ones on the long winter and summer evenings indeed in Limerick. Practice makes perfect. 4 points for Horan. 3 of them have come from frees. And Ballinrobe lead after 21 and a half minutes by 5 points to true. Started very well. We're out of the blocks very quickly, but the scores have dried up. They've gone 15, 16 minutes now without a score. As Derek Welch kicks top of the toe, old school style, right out the middle. Dave McMonigal breaks it down towards the far side of the field, racing across his Rory Kane, Liam Garvey with him for company. Ball last touched the Ballinrobe man. Line ball to Shrule down the line to Owen Ronaldson. This man can move. Ronaldson into the centre. He go long across the field. Colin Killeen read it perfectly, wins it well. Sensible to Fergal Costello. Sean Grimes back to Costello, and Fergal Costello will let the ball do the work to the far side to Adrian Flannery. Runs into 3 Shrule players. Moves that ball quickly though, and Sean Grimes was available 50 yards out. Sean Grimes coming to the centre. That one is heading for Ballandine, I think. It's gone wide. It's gone well wide. Sean Grimes coming through at speed, tried to steady, but that ball screws off the outside of his right boot. It's gone out to the right and wide, and Sean will have to have a few more pots in that one, Billy.
Yeah, normally he's fairly good at those ones when he comes up the field, but again across the Ballinrobe half-back line, especially Fergal Costello, centre half-back, he's picking up loads of ball. He's not afraid to run 30 yards into the centre of the field and lay it off to a man that's free.
I see Kevin Welch warming up over there on the far side in front of the Shrule dugout. Are they thinking about a change? Eugene O'Hare, Sean Finnegan, Eamon Ryan, Frank Mortimer, they just might be, as John Morley tries it in again towards Conor Mortimer. He and Paul Finnerty, they rise together, the ball runs in behind them, and Donald Costello, so experienced, the 30-year-old corner back, lets that ball run, trickle, call it what you like, out over the line. It's gone out to the right and wide, and Paul Tiernan, who has had precious little to do for the last 15 or 16 minutes, is now called into action. He'll have to kick this ball from the edge of the small square, wearing a maroon-coloured jersey this afternoon, just for a change. Ballinrobe lost the toss to keep their jerseys for this county final. They've had to change into a strip of all yellow with a little bit of maroon on the sleeves. Shrule playing in their traditional maroon, white and green colours, as Paul Tiernan, a former Irish dancing world champion, kicks from the edge of the small square, right out the centre. Sean Grimes moves in underneath it, breaks it down to Adrian Flannery. Flannery slipped over, and there to hold his feet and hold his head is Kenny Mortimer. Such a good man in a tight corner. Kenny scoops it up, again looking for Connor, almost in behind. Slipped though, he was nearly clear, and Fergal Costello, that man again, was there to pick up the pieces. Find Peter Staunton, he to Adrian Flannery, and Flannery will carry it deep. Kicks from the halfway line in towards Mihal Kane, just drifted across in front of Dermot Geraghty. Kane has had a sweet pick. Mihal Kane trying to go inside, now outside. Man on the shoulder is Adrian Flannery yet again. Flannery trying to run Kenny Mortimer. Still Adrian Flannery. Mortimer forcing him wide. He's in towards the corner flag. Now Tony Walkin, he'll slow it down. Low ball into the centre. Rory Kane slides in acrobatically. He picks it off the ground, says Mel Kenny. Hard to see where that one came from. Billy Fitz is shaking his head. You didn't agree, Billy?
No, I didn't agree with that. No, I think he won that ball very well. He slid into it. The ball was definitely off the ground. Wasn't a free.
So Shrule get the benefit of the doubt, and Derek Welch, who has discarded the baseball cap. The sun has slipped in behind a few clouds. It's still a beautiful afternoon for football, though a little chilly. It's mid-October, remember, and this county intermediate final is just sailing along on the breeze. 25 and a half minutes gone in the first half, and Ballinrobe lead by 5 points to 2, as Derek Welch is free, dropped into the middle, broken down by Colin Killeen and Adrian Flannery. He was born to win breaks, I think. Flannery in over the top towards Morris Horan. It's a race for possession, and Derek Welch, the goalkeeper, came quickly, wins it well, finds Dermot Geraghty. Geraghty soloing towards the far side. Rugby tackled by Rory Kane. Kane will have his name ticked, I think, by Mel Kenny. It's been a good, hard, clean game, though. No cards yet. Very little use for Mel Kenny's little black book, or indeed his pencil, for that matter. And Rory Kane's name has been ticked, and Derek Welch, who has conceded just 2 goals in this year's County Intermediate Championship, will take the free from his 21-yard line. Again, he goes top of the toe, stubbed it a little, and Kenny Mortimer had to be alive to the danger to scoop up that ball. Kicks again under pressure. Adrian Flannery was on his boot very quickly, and for that reason the clearance was under pressure. It's gone out over the line on the far side. Ballinrobe's half forward line working like demons, and Colin Jennings will take the line ball. He's standing inside his own 50-yard line. He's an accountant by profession. Jennings up the line, flicked on by Tony Walcott in towards Micheál Kane. Kane did well to win that. He is racing back. Still Micheál Kane pulls, drags, fouls. Another free, and I think for one foul too many, Mel Kenny is going to reach for the book. Pat Hyland, in fact, was the player who was caught tugging the jersey. Dermot Gertie was there as well, and Mel Kenny has shown a yellow card to the Shrule full-back Pat Hyland. No doubt about it, Billy. Micheál Kane's pace, it's troubling that full-back line.
Yes, indeed, it is, yeah, and maybe they should be making a change at this stage because he's really on the ball. Again, the quality of ball going in is very good. They're letting the ball in front of Micheál Kane. He's getting onto it, he's turning his man, he's going for goal, he's going in straight lines, running at the defence, getting the frees.
And that free that Billy spoke of is now about to be taken by Maurice Horan. He's been getting plenty of chances to hone his free-taking technique this afternoon. He's kicked 3 points from frees. He's kicked 1 from play. This one a little bit more awkward than the others. It's 30 yards from the Shrule goal. It's slightly to the left of centre. The angle is good. Derek Welch has brought Liam Garvey back onto the line as Horan. The technique doesn't vary, neither does the finish. Beautiful kick, sails right up over the black spot. Well, it's actually the red spot here in Garrymore, but you get the picture. 5 points from Maurice Horan. Brings his total in the championship to 3 goals and 38 points. No doubt about where the Ballinrobe version of the Golden Boot is heading this summer. And Ballinrobe lead by 6 points to 2. 2 minutes to the break. A penny for Shrule thoughts, Billy.
Well, I think their game has gone all astray.